Morgan dollars, more history, more demand. I mean, they are the ultimate coin. And you can't get better than the dream set. I call it a dream come true set because what you get here is all of the 1878s. You get the 1878 8-tail feather. You get the 1878 7/8-tail feather. You get the 1878 7-tail feather. You get the 1878 from Carson City, the first Carson City silver dollar. And from the San Francisco Mint, you get the 1878 with the S Mint mark. And then you get something that you never see. This makes it a 6-coin historic set. You get the 1878 from Philadelphia with the reverse of 1879. Again, you may know it as the dream set. I call it the dream come true set. Every coin is in mint state 63, mint condition, certified. The story behind it all is fascinating and collectors need to know. In 1876, a gentleman by the name of George T. Morgan came from England. He was referred by the Tower Mint to the United States Mint in Philadelphia. He had requested that he come to America and get a job with the U.S. Mint. And by correspondence between the Tower Mint and the U.S. Mint, it was decided that George T. Morgan would become an apprentice at the United States Mint at Philadelphia. And immediately, since he was an expert die engraver, he was set upon the task of creating a new design for a proposed new half-dollar. During all this time at the Mint, word that a new silver dollar would be mandated to be struck. And as George T. Morgan worked creating a pattern, it was discovered amongst all the proposed designs for this new dollar by the Mint employees that the best design of all was this half-dollar pattern that this newcomer, George T. Morgan, was working on. It was a big deal. And in the end, the design that we originally saw on the half-dollar pattern piece was actually chosen to be the new Morgan dollar, representing the man who designed the coin. That's just the beginning. It had to be bold on obverse and reverse, the obverse of liberty, and it is a bold representation. It is nearly the entire coin. Don't forget the history of an actual live model sitting for George T. Morgan. Her name, Anna Willis Williams. She was selected because she bore a remarkable resemblance to images of liberty that had been created. She had that profile. She was, in fact, the living embodiment of liberty. And she posed for George T. Morgan and has gone down in history as liberty herself. On the reverse, the American bald eagle, represented in a giant form, taking up almost all of the reverse of the coin. In 1878, when the first Morgan dollars began to roll off the coining presses, it was noticed that on the reverse, the bald eagle was represented with 8 tail feathers. This did not happen in nature. It was noticed that bald eagles had an odd amount of tail feathers, never an even. So immediately the dies were corrected, and we get a variety known as the 7/8 tail feather variety. This was a measure to correct the die so production could continue. So first we had the 8 tail feather in this set, the only 8 tail feather Morgan dollar ever issued. And then we had the correction, the 7/8 tail feather. And then finally, we had the final version, the 7 tail feather. Now all 3 of these coins that I've just described to you feature the reverse of 1878, the concave breast, and the parallel arrow feathers. Now, as I said, something really special in this set, the 1878 with the reverse of 1879. It's characterized by a convex breast, a rounded breast, and a slanted top arrow feather. and mintages are very small. So not only do you get all of the 1878 varieties, added to that is the 1878 with the reverse of 1879. But we're not done yet, because we also feature the 1878 with the legendary Carson City Mint mark. The Carson City Mint only opened from 1870 to 1893, and the 1878 with the CC, the double CC mint mark, on the reverse of the coin, below the eagle's talons and above the D and the O in the word dollar. That legendary double C mint mark, known the world over as the Wild West Mint, the most famous mint in all of the United States of America because of its proximity to the silver strike of the Comstock Lode in Nevada in 1859. And all the silver that was discovered at the Comstock Lode was reserved for striking these silver dollars. So the connection of the silver discovery and the great Morgan dollar go hand in hand with history and this coin. In addition to which, you have the San Francisco Struck, 1878. This collection of Morgan dollars from the very first year, as I said, not just the Dream set, but the Dream Come True set. Many collectors will spend decades trying to track down these coins with the right strong strike and the mint state grade. And we are able to feature this entire collection complete in Mint State 63. The Morgan dollar was the coin that really built America's strength of currency. To $4 million worth of silver had to be purchased every month by the U.S. Treasury from the silver mines just to coin these Morgan dollars. So the history of this coin has never waned. The desire of collectors to learn more and more gives you the opportunity to give every variety, including the 1878 seven-tail feather with the reverse of 1879. So collecting history, collecting complete 1878s is all in this set. The ultimate in historic design, a silver dollar design that had never been seen before. Collectors today, 144 years after the first one of these coins were issued, want these coins more today than ever before. They're mint state. They're every variety. They feature all the contributing mints. San Francisco, Carson City, Philadelphia. And by the way, when collectors ask you, what, no 1878 from New Orleans? You tell them that didn't start till 1879. So if you want the complete 1878 historic Morgan dollar issue, this is the set. The 1878 eight-tail feather, the 1878 7 over eight-tail feather, the 1878 seven-tail feather with the reverse of 1878, that concave flat breast, as well as the 1878 with the 1879 reverse, that convex breast. They're all here, including the miracle coin from Carson City and San Francisco. So history connects 1859, a massive discovery of silver, ending up being Morgan dollars, and a series of coins that began in 1878 and went to 1921. And today, 102 years after the last struck in 1921, the originals from 1878 are all complete in this collection. All six, all in mint state, all historic designs, and complete.